Doozy of a day.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Johnny!
All right, welcome, and thank you for donating to our Patreon. We greatly appreciate you for doing that. This is going to be our extra credit for Patreon users.
Extra credit.
Was it not?
I mean, yeah.
Extra, my bad. We'll redo that. Welcome. This is our extra content for our Patreon users. We greatly appreciate you donating. We thank you so much for enjoying our content. And so we got a couple of things lined up today. Yeti sent over, what was it? Courage the Cowardly Dog. Is that his name?
Yeah, there's a fan trailer for
Right.
the Courage the Cowardly Dog movie. And we're going to talk about old David Icke.
Yeah. I don't know who David Icke is. I mean, what do you want to start out at? Jimmy, are you going to play the trailer for this?
Yeah, I can throw that trailer in here.
All right, throw the trailer in there so that people know what we're talking about. That way.
And Alex
If you haven't
sent
seen
the
it.
trailer.
Okay, well, Alex knows what's up.
Our first basement dweller tier member sent us this trailer to, I guess, kind of not a reaction, but give our thoughts on it.
Yeah, I didn't watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know, I'm not sure when it come out. The trailer, though, I mean, if it was real, of course, you know, it was a fan-made trailer, but whoever made it did a good job making it, you know, piecing the stuff together.
Yeah, I really like the shot in the beginning of the house in the middle of nowhere, because I did watch Courage. I watched it, like, you know, growing up a little bit, and then, like, as an adult, too. It's one of those cartoons that's, like, that kind of came out, like, probably late 90s, early 2000s, where it was, like, technically it was a kid's cartoon, but it was obviously made by fucking potheads, you know? So, you know, it's a really cool show. It's kind of dark, kind of creepy, kind of fun to just smoke out to, and it's definitely not for kids, because I remember showing Courage the Cowardly Dog to my boy when he was like 2, and he ate it up, and then he had terrible fucking nightmares for like a week.
I'll bet.
Yeah, so, yeah.
No more?
Yeah, we cut that shit off.
Yeah, I mean,
quick.
that's probably the best.
Yeah.
But the trailer was done well. I mean, I didn't realize. I thought Courage was more of a cartoon, but I guess they did something animated, like because he didn't look like a cartoon. I don't know what you call that. That special effect. Yeah, the CGI, whatever. I thought it was just awesome.
The dog in the trailer was from that Mask sequel.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
You're right. Okay, I didn't watch the Mask sequel. Is that the kid?
Yeah,
I think so. Son of the Mask or something like that, and the dog gets it at some point.
There's one that
I didn't watch that movie.
There's also one that Jamie Kennedy's in, isn't it?
Probably.
Is there no? Man, the first one was great. I didn't watch any after that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the first one would hold up for me now. But, I mean, I enjoyed it when I was younger, you know, when it first came out. But I'm not sure about now. I haven't watched it since, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies that I can be talked into watching. Like, if there are, you know, a few people around, it was like, hey, maybe let's get really fucking baked and rewatch The Mask. I feel like there's a lot of shit that, because I watched it when I was a kid. You know, it was the last time I saw it. So, like, there'd be a bunch of shit that I see now that I maybe didn't get then.
True.
You know, like all the like the hidden adult humor and shit. But I mean, other than that, you know,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Courage, if they should make a movie about Courage the Cowardly Dog, but the trailer was decent, you know.
I would watch a feature-length animated Courage Cowardly Dog. it'd be fucking. I think it'd be cool if it was handled correctly. Not even like CG animated, just like fucking hand drawn, like their show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you. Speaking of animated, the Scooby Doo movie that's coming out, it's going to be released direct to what they call PVOD, Premium Video on Demand. That's what it's considered now. Yeah, that way they can charge you $20 to watch it for, you got a rental for 48 hours. They changed it. But yeah, it's not going to be in theaters. And from what people are saying is these movies that are coming out that are going straight to that PVOD, like that Artemis Fowl or whatever. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked pretty cool. I was like, because I got that Regal Plus, whatever thing, unlimited. And I was going to go watch it. Like, I was looking forward to it because it's an action movie, where a kid gets powers that his dad had, but aliens are trying to destroy, or monsters are trying to destroy the world, and his dad's kept it hidden by stealing a bunch of stuff so that they can't get a hold of it. But so they're saying that these movies they didn't think had the hype behind them. So that's why they're putting them that video on demand, because it wouldn't make the money that they thought it was going to make originally in the theater.
Well,
I mean,
not right now it wouldn't.
No.
Hey, do you think that they're going to start doing this from now on, even when theaters come back, is offering PVOD also?
Universal's been the CEO of Universal was in, I think it was Forbes or something. I could be wrong on my source, but he was talking about how it's definitely going to be an option for some titles, even when theaters open back up, because of the fucking response they got for Trolls World Tour. Like, it made a fucking assload of money. Yeah. So, I mean,
let's just talk about that.
Yeah,
we were going to talk about it on Beyond. We forgot to talk about it on the horror basement this past week. So let's just discuss it now, because as time goes on, it's just going to be old news anyways.
Yeah.
So we might as well just go ahead and talk about it. Trolls made $100 million on rentals, and then it sold 5 million copies, supposedly. On top of that 100 million.
What do they
from
charge?
what I understood.
Was they charging like $20 for to buy it as well?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Probably more to buy.
I don't know, like, because they said that it sold 5 million. Maybe that it did 5 million rentals is what they meant. You know what I mean? $20. It's hard to tell when you get an article.
20 bucks, 5 million rentals. Let's say that's 100 million. So
yeah,
all right.
Do what, Jimmy?
Well, it just says $20 to rent. It don't say where you.
Oh, you can see, maybe that's what they were talking about.
Yeah,
you can pre-order to the DVD for $20.
Maybe that's what they were talking about, the pre-order.
That's not bad.
No, but the thing is the AMC come out and said, "Hey, if you're going to do this, we're not going to show your movies."
What the fuck?
That's what they told Universal. Well, and the whole point of it is they were butthurt because they didn't come to them first and be like, "Hey, we're wanting to shorten the window." I think if they would have come to them and just talked to them first, besides putting it out there in an article, you know what I mean? It fucking hurt their feelings. It hurt their feelings, and they didn't enjoy that. Which, you're taking away money out of the theaters when theaters are having a hard time as it was before. Even before this shit going on.
They're not able to be open right now. So,
but even before this all went on, theaters had declined. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going and seeing movies wasn't as big.
Yeah.
As it has been in a decade ago, because of streaming. It's so much easier.
Yeah, and motherfuckers just broke, Yeah.
Well, and that's why I did the $20 unlimited thing, because I thought, well, hell, $20 a month is a lot damn cheaper than $10 for a fucking per movie.
Yeah.
So if I go watch 3 or 4 movies a month, it pays for itself.
Quick.
Real quick. Yeah, quick. And I only got to watch 2 fucking movies. 2 or 3.
especially with like, once you get past like February or March, because I mean, then you got your summer blockbuster season, which starts in spring now, and then your big name horror movies are going to start coming out in the fall, and then you got your Oscar push toward the end of the year. So I mean, fuck.
I was going to go watch so many movies, dude. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to invest in this. That way I can come onto the podcast and be able to discuss it, whether or not I liked it, or do a short video. Who knows, and be able to watch the movies that I've been wanting to watch. But
maybe we can get a Johnny movie review, and we can put it up Patreon only.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not.
Like that's like we were going to do it too. For me and the wife, and then just buy the boys' ticket when we go out as a family or whatever. But like, and then all this shit happened. I was like, let's hold off.
Yeah, but the whole boycotting their studio, it's not going to happen. I read an article by a guy that used to work in that business with the studios and the theaters, and he said that like on every Monday, there'll be phone calls where the studios and the theater people are yelling at each other, just cussing each other out, just fucking fighting, tooth and nail, whatever. And then Tuesday, they're going out to dinner. They're going out to lunch and having drinks and shooting the shit like it ain't.
Yeah.
Because it's just the business, They love it. They love being at each other's throat at one time,
And also, like, if they do, like, it's a horrible fucking move, because to boycott Universal's movies is that that's like saying if we can't have all the money, if we can't make but I mean theaters aren't making a huge amount of fucking money anyway. No. That's why snacks are so expensive. Yeah, because the licensing prices are so high and shit. But to say that, oh well, if you don't run them exclusively in a theater, we're gonna fucking give up the rest of the money too. That sounds really fucking dumb to me. I don't know. I'm not a business guy, but I like money. Yeah, I like money, and some money's better than no money. And
then Halloween Kills is about to come out this fall, and that's Universal.
Well, thankfully, I do Regal, and Regal come out and said that they're not doing that. They're not boycotting any studios.
Yeah.
So
wasn't Regal kind of like, if you'll fucking, they're not going to do studios, but they'll show movies that adhere to the window, basically, is what I got out of the thing that I read. So like, they may not play movies that are also on fucking PVOD or whatever, but I don't know. I really think that even if studios do this split window thing, especially as the fucking the social distancing stuff eases up and fucking theaters start to open back up, and people, not just they open back up, but people start to regain confidence and regain the will to go into public spaces, theaters are going to be one of the places that make fucking bank.
What if this though? What if AMC and Regal do their own streaming site when they can offer where it only goes to those for those VODs?
Regal and AMC aren't going to go anywhere near streaming. It's a fucking battle. This isn't new. This is a new battle in a war that's been going on since streaming took off. Because the theaters and some of the bigger industry heads have been fucking fighting tooth and nail against streaming for forever. That's why you see Netflix movies like The Irishman, the Scorsese film that got all those Oscar nods, it had to run in theaters. So it can be fucking to get in the Oscar nods and shit like that. So it's this fight between streaming and theaters. And the studios are just kind of fucking there,
So Oscars don't
Netflix. Go ahead, Jimmy.
So Oscars don't look as Netflix as Oscar worthy.
No, Yeah, in order to be to be put in the running for an Oscar, even for a nomination, it has to run for 3 weeks in a minimum of X amount of theaters, or X amount of screens or whatever.
My thing is
Okay.
don't stop, Tucker. Motherfucker's looking up here like he's going to jump up on this table.
See the phone go flying.
Yeah. Oh shit. But my thing is I can understand why the theaters would be mad, because you're going to take money out of their pockets with because if you have a group of kids that were going to go to the movie theater and watch a movie, and then you're going to buy a soda or whatever, well, why would you take your kids to a movie theater when you can rent the damn thing at home for $20 and the whole family can sit there and then they can go use the bathroom and you can pause it and your kid can sing along to the movie and can talk and,
Yeah.
like it just don't make any sense, for the theaters will ultimately lose money on this.
Yeah, they're going to lose money, but the studios are going to fucking make bank. And it's definitely, you're kind of seeing where it's not one industry. We're seeing this split in the industry. And I really think that it could be a good thing for smaller studios and independent creators. Because if you've got a smaller studio movie that's coming out, be like, okay, well, there's all this not free, but there's all this open real estate in theaters because AMC's not playing anything from this studio and fucking Regal's not showing these movies because they're on PVOD. So they've got open screens.
Yep.
So I mean,
Maybe. I mean, that
would be crazy if indie movies.
It's a possibility.
Start
My
getting
thing is
big
this,
screen
though, too.
releases.
Trolls is like one of them movies that quarantine had started. They had to release it because they had, merchandise. They had cookies and all this shit out there.
Yeah.
So you had to kind of release it. You had no choice. You couldn't release it later because you already had the merchandising going on with it. But your first lockdown, it's like, well, we don't have anything to do. Let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
So you're willing to pay that $20. But if it's in theaters in both, it's like, well, everyone was locked down. But when people are able to get out and do stuff, you don't know if that's going to be the same case.
Yeah.
If people are going to rent the movies as much. Plus, you're not going to make $1 billion like some of these movies have on streaming.
No.
You won't have that big box office, of saying, well, what was it? Avengers, $1 billion. Well, if you put it on PVOD from the get-go, well, you're not going to raise that $1 billion. You won't be able to say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if they're running it on in theaters and PVOD, they're gonna fucking mop up because there's gonna be plenty of people.
Not.
There's gonna be plenty of people who still like, especially for your big draws, Star Wars, Avengers, fucking big name Disney films, stuff like that. There's still gonna be people who want to go and get that experience. You know what I mean? You gotta get the big screen experience. So you're gonna still have a fucking assload of people that are going out to theaters to see this stuff, and then also people who like. I'm looking at it like there's this group of people who are like, yeah, I want to see it, but I'll fucking wait because I'm not gonna go to the theater to see it. I don't want to see it that fucking bad. Who are gonna be like, okay, I'll shell out $20 to watch it now. So I think the clear winner here is definitely going to be the studios, like, and the consumer.
Yeah.
As a consumer of entertainment, we will win in this, no matter what they do.
For me too, though, if people that pirate movies, if you put it on PVOD right away, those people ain't going through the theater. They don't have to. They'll have a good copy right away.
Oh yeah. It's gonna do away with a lot of those fucking cam rip videos, assholes in the fucking theater with their phone camera trying to record a movie.
It's going to get a lot worse, and I think the studio needs to think about that. Like, well,
worse or better?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's going to become more prevalent, but piracy is going to be better. It's going to be better quality.
It will be. So a lot of these people will be like, well, you don't have to $20. You don't have to go to the theater. Here, just watch it on this app.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's going to ultimately happen for some people that would have went to the theater to watch it. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, fuck, I ain't got to now. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go to the theater. I'm going to keep my pass, and I'm still going to attend. I'm different. I don't buy soda and I don't buy popcorn at a theater because it's a waste of fucking money. I can wait 2 hours to drink something and to eat something. That's my personal opinion. Otherwise, I would sneak popcorn or food in. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't no American if you don't get popcorn, buddy.
I don't even really like popcorn.
I'm just trying to get you fired up.
Popcorn's not my thing. If they sell like the hot Cheeto popcorn, I might,
that'd be all right.
Bags it. It could already be prepackaged, and as long as it wasn't $10.
Yeah.
If it was $2 for like a little bag, I'd be like, yeah, I'll fuck with that. It's cheesy, hot, fucking popcorn. I'm good.
We'll usually get like a drink to share. Like if me and the wife go, we'll get a drink to share, just because.
If I'm going with someone else, like if I was on a date, I would buy a drink. But going by myself, it's like,
what's the point?
Yeah, like come on, like there's no point. I can wait. I'll go out to my car after the movie, and plus I don't like having to piss during the fucking movie.
Yeah, and if you get one of those big ass drinks, you're gonna have to pee like halfway through, and then you're gonna have to either hold it and hope that there's no line after the movie's over, or get up and miss something.
Yeah, and the key to that is just don't start eating or drinking that 15 to 20 minutes into the trailers that you have to sit there.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that. I have half popcorn gone before the movie even starts.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then half your drink's gone, I guess, or drink all that shit and then go piss real quick and then come back for the movie.
Yeah.
So AMC, I don't think that shit's going to happen. I don't think they're going to ban it, boycott, whatever. I think it'll all get worked out. But I do think the window for putting it on video on demand will shorten, because I think right now it's 60 days or 90 days.
Yeah, something like that.
And if it don't make a lot of money, they can go ahead and roll it out to video on demand. Like as the money starts dwindling down through the weeks, they got that written up in the contract or whatever, like a deal that they have. So I think it'll all work out, but I'm still going to go to the theaters. I mean, for $20, why not?
Oh yeah, I'm like patiently waiting. I'm really looking for it, because I had gotten into, for a long time I was like, I don't fucking like theaters. I don't like going. Then I started going like last year before, something like that. I just really enjoyed it, especially big movies like I saw Invisible Man in the theater, saw 1917 in the theater. Really enjoyed both of them, and especially for like 1917. It's a great film, but it's definitely one of those that's probably better on a big screen, just because of like the visual spectacle of it, So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my little unlimited card and fucking hitting up the theaters once all this shit's over. So we shall see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on to what's his name? David
Icke.
Icke.
David Icke is okay. You know how you guys know about Alex Jones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alex Jones is more visible, more prominent, and more well known than David Icke because he is David Icke light. This dude is deep into fucking reptilians and just like the fucking the big conspiracies, you know what I'm saying? Like the deep wormhole kind of shit. He's all over this. Like he's got a history in like, oh man, I want to say he was like in the intelligence community at some point. I should have looked that up, but I mean, he started out like kind of almost fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Like reputable almost. Oh no, never mind. Maybe he was a soccer player. Maybe I was completely wrong and he was a soccer player. Yeah, so scratch all that shit. But anyway, he started
Yeti facts. Them are Yeti facts.
Fun facts with Yeti.
Don't.
I knew he was famous for something. Apparently,
Yeah.
it was soccer.
Yeah, that's it. That's
A long fucking time ago. But he, of course, got behind the 5G conspiracy for coronavirus, and posted a bunch of videos about it. Like when YouTube fucking deleted his channel, he had like 900,000 subscribers. His last video had like 120,000 combined views. And it is. It's all like really dumb shit conspiracies. Like the 5G thing is fucking retarded. And they deleted his channel over that. And honestly, I think that was the worst possible thing. For several reasons. But for one, they're like, oh, well, we're going to silence David Icke. No, you're fucking not. Because he has fucking 900,000 subscribers, and they're not fucking taking down channels that are third party posting his shit. They just took down his channel.
And he could easily start another channel.
Well, they say he can't, but he totally can. And also, like, all they've done is like validated his views. Yeah, they've let people they boosted his signal by deleting him, just like they did with Alex Jones back during the summer, I think it was, when they did that fucking concerted ban of Alex Jones and InfoWars. They boosted his fucking signal, and they made him relevant, more relevant to the people who subscribe to him and the people who believe the shit that he's saying, because to me it looks like censorship, but to people who fucking get on board with that shit, it looks like they're silencing him. It looks like they're they're trying to keep the truth down, and they've made this dude a martyr, basically.
Yeah, and here's the reason why he was saying something about 5G. I don't watch him. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. I just seen this on coasttocoastam.com, and it linked up to BBC. But if you YouTube went further by banning any material that suggests coronavirus doesn't exist, contains medically unsubstantiated diagnostic advice about the virus, and explicitly disputes the efficacy of guidance about social distancing and self-isolation has been issued by WHO or local authorities. So they're silencing anything. If you want to go against what the top scientists say, you're going to get banned. You're going to get a letter to take that shit down, stop saying that, which I guess he got multiple ones, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gotten. David Icke is deep conspiracies, has been for years. He's written books on reptilians and shit, and a lot of people accuse him of being like anti-Semitic, because they're like, well, if you take all of his work and you replace reptilians with Jews, you see the truth of it. And he's like, no, I'm not talking about the Jews. I'm talking about real fucking lizard people. You know? So, I mean, he's a target.
So he's in the wormhole.
Oh, yeah. He is like, oh, yeah.
He lives in that shit.
He lives in that motherfucker. He's batshit crazy. And the fact, okay, look, I am on board with science as per usual. Social distancing is good. Coronavirus is real. Fucking, there's nothing. I mean, it was a fucking natural virus that jumped species, and here we are. You know, and at the same, and I really think that if you're buying into the 5G conspiracy, if you're one of these people who's out there protesting social distancing and shit, I really think you're a fucking moron. At the same time, I believe that you have the right to fucking say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe in censorship of any kind.
All right. Well, do I have a right to say something?
Sure.
As long as it ain't stupid.
I heard that if you quit talking about coronavirus, it'll go away.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. There you go. Yeah.
Quit talking to it. It's an attention whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this guy, I don't know. I guess they're trying to stop the disinformation from spreading because people are going online, and I think he even got the letters from Facebook like, "Hey, stop saying this shit."
Yeah, they banned him on Facebook too.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like you're spreading misinformation that doesn't need to be spread. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not a fucking, you're not a specialist on this. So.
At the same time, though, like the WHO, I was watching some stuff on it today that, so earlier, like before this started, the American government halved their fucking financial support for the WHO. It's a, it's a scientific body, but you also see where it's becoming politicized because when America stepped out of that financial support situation, China stepped up. And so now, like, they're working fucking traditional Chinese medicine into the WHO procedures. Like, and there's also a video where, like, the head of the World Health Organization is doing an interview via Skype, and the woman asks him about Taiwan, which is a very touchy subject for those who are in bed with the Chinese. And he just kind of holds really still and acts like he fucking glitched. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question." And she goes to ask it again, and he was like, "Yeah, well, why don't we move on to another one?" And she was like, "Well, no, I really want to know what you think about the Taiwan this thing." And he just fucking disconnected the call because, like, so we've got you're gonna silence David Icke and people like him who are touting these 5G conspiracies because it's anti-science, because it's going against the global scientific consensus of what this virus is. But at the same time, we're seeing the WHO fucking in bed with China and talking about fucking ground up rhino dicks and shit, acupuncture.
Well, I mean, I can understand why the U.S. pulled out because they were fronting the bill. I mean, they were giving $500 million or more to this World Health Organization, and it's like, well, why is everybody else not fucking stepping up in the world?
Yeah,
man.
And we're seeing now that they're able to be bought.
Yeah.
So while, just like any other thing like that, while I do believe that there are scientists and doctors and professionals involved with the WHO who really know their shit and who want the best for the population of the earth and who are wanting to be out there on the front lines fighting this shit, you've got bureaucracy and fucking money that controls everything. Yep. So
I mean, that's just how the world works that we live in.
Yeah. So like that's going to be fine, but David Icke can't say that it's reptilians and 5G. I don't know. Like I said, I don't agree with his points of view on pretty much anything. I think he's absolutely batshit insane. But I can't get on board with censorship. Just like I couldn't get on board with them fucking deplatforming Alex Jones completely. Like, I don't agree with Alex Jones on like anything. He's batshit insane. He's good for comedy or whatever, but he's insane and he's full of shit. But I think he should be able to exist in the free market of ideas. I don't know.
I mean, you can just demonetize him to where you could never make any money off your platform. But,
yeah, well, I mean, they demonetized him for a long time, but he's still fucking selling,
I guess what that comes down to, though, was more of public opinion. You know what I'm saying? Of YouTube being like, well, get rid of them. That way we don't have to hear all these other fucking people bitching about it. And,
yeah.
I mean, that's all really.
I bet anywhere he would go to, like for video hosting, they'd probably take him down, wouldn't they?
Yeah, for the most part. I think he's still running through like Infowars.com or something. Like his yeah, his host isn't going to drop him or anything. They pay good money. I mean, what he's doing is very lucrative, and yeah, it fucking disgusts me when I see people who, out of one side of their mouth, talk about freedom and shit, and then celebrate people like David Icke and also Alex Jones being fucking just wiped off the face of the internet like this. It's like, I don't know. You don't have to agree with everything that's out there. You don't have to take in and internalize. Yeah, you don't have to watch it. I don't agree with either one of them, and that's why I don't watch their content.
Yeah.
You know,
I think what they were trying to do is stop other people from watching it and getting misinformation because I don't know. I mean, I can understand one way, you know, like why you do it because you think that you're doing good and helping people because they're being fed a bunch of bullshit and there are a lot of dumb fucking people out there, but they can still get that stuff from other places. It's not. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like.
I mean, I enjoy it because that way we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, I don't stream their fucking content. I don't consume it. So.
Yeah, and
plus it has other consequences going down the line. You know, give them an inch, they take a mile, or whatever the word is.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, yeah. You don't want to do the whole slip
now.
Yeah, it sets a precedent of we don't like what you're saying, so we're going to remove you.
And that's what people are worried about now, being under this coronavirus shit, where quarantine is like, well, why can't we go do stuff? I can't go buy, you know, lawn seed for my yard, but I got to stay at home. Like they're slowly taking away freedoms, you know. But I don't know. This will all pass. We'll all get over it, and everything will somewhat be normal-ish.
Hopefully, this time next year, this will definitely be a thing of the past.
Sure the fuck hope so.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to live with forever. I don't think this coronavirus is going away. I think people will be wearing masks. It's gonna be. I mean. Things will be different, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, the world is changing, and what we're seeing right now on a global scale is growing pains. We're growing to adapt to something new, and I mean, a lot of places are starting to reopen already for now, which I don't think is going to last. Personally, no. I think it's premature. Even when you hold it up to the litmus test of the fucking what they've set out, you know what I'm saying? I think it's too early, and I think we're going to see a resurgence of the virus, and I think we're going to see yet another lockdown, or not, or we see, you know, hundreds of thousands more deaths.
Yeah, the rumor was that there will be rolling lockdowns where you let everybody out and then it comes back in with a vengeance and then you lock it down again and then you let everybody out and you lock it down again.
Yeah, because that makes more sense than doing a fucking enforced quarantine for 2 weeks. We'll just disrupt life for the next few years. You know?
Well, you got too many people that don't want to be locked down. You know?
Yeah, and
I'm more of an introvert. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind being at home. It does not fucking bother me.
Right.
To be by myself. I got my cat here, which granted, if I didn't have my cat, I'd probably be fucking insane these past fucking 5 weeks. You know,
it's been 5 weeks already.
I think it has. Yeah.
It's been a while, man.
It's it's been the end of March, 1st of April. I mean,
yeah, we probably ain't worked in a month, have we?
No, it's been over a month. I mean, but like I say, I mean, I got my cat here, so at least he fucking causes me hell, and I've been able to talk to him, you know. But,
yeah.
If only he talks back.
And it's ridiculous to me that I don't know. It's just it's
I
a
seen a
deep
thing where
subject, man. But I mean, I still side with fucking scientific consensus, caution, and fucking just because you don't wanna, you're gonna put you want to put the fucking the vulnerable at risk because you don't want to be locked down, you don't want to be at home. You know what I'm saying? What?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is they don't want to be at home with the fucking people they live with.
I mean, probably that's probably some of it. And yeah, there are people who are like economically hurt by this, like seriously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, fucking, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that we're seeing a pandemic that's killing fucking hundreds of thousands of people being politicized. It's
that's the nature we live in. These fucking
it's fucking ridiculous.
The era of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we didn't have social media, I think things would be a hell of a lot different all across the world.
Hey, I'm not bringing this up to start a whole new segment, but how about the murder hornets?
Oh,
I think we're
man.
going to talk about that on Beyond, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. We'll leave that for next week's Beyond. That way we can discuss a little bit about it.
let's go ahead and say it real quick. It's stupid, but listen to Beyond the Basement to hear what we talk about.
Yeah. But we appreciate y'all donating and listening to us, and just thank you so much for supporting us. And it's a blessing to us that you enjoy our content. And we never expected anyone to really, be in this tier. To be honest, I didn't, but I think it just shows that we're doing better, and we appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Thanks, y'all. Eddie?
Hell yeah, super appreciate it. I like me too. I didn't expect us to ever fucking be doing extra content for patrons because I didn't think anybody would fucking sign up. But hey, fuck yeah, man. Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We hope you enjoy this, and thank you so much. Have a good day.
Peace.
Now it's time to say goodbye to the Basement Guys again. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Or that is, spooks and spells. Take your shirt off. Y'all come back now, you hear?